we went to Raw this week.
We did do that.
We did do that. That doesn't mean that we have a lot to talk about. Does it?
We have a couple things.
Raw was all right. Did you have a good time at Raw?
You had a good time at Raw. Did you?
I think I had a pretty good time at Raw, all things considered. Welcome to the Joe and Shob show, everybody. Quick reminder, the weekly reminder. Whatever you're watching this on, just remember that there are other services you can also watch this on. Maybe
iTunes,
yeah.
biggest podcast thing out there. iTunes,
really?
I don't know. Stitcher, other big podcast thing. Google Play. Yeah. If you have a Samsung phone, if you have an iPhone, you can download this stuff.
Yeah, you
can listen.
Just Google. I meant search the Joe and Shob show. We're also on YouTube.
Follow us on Twitter, by the way. Very important.
Yeah, we only have like 20 followers.
We used to have stuff on SoundCloud, but
we don't need that anymore.
SoundCloud's kind of shutting down, maybe. So
it is?
Yeah, they're like running out of money.
SoundCloud's like popular, though.
Yeah, they're running out of money, though.
How?
They just waste money, I think, on...
A lot of these companies are in debt, though, so I'm surprised they're not. Because
I don't know.
Like, Netflix is like extremely in debt. People think they make a lot of money, but like, no, they're super in debt. So I'm just surprised these companies just don't stay afloat even though they're in debt. But okay.
I don't know.
Whatever. Bye, SoundCloud. Bye. We won't hear a sound from you.
I think that was like a month ago they were supposed to go down. So I don't know what their future is, but I've heard it's bleak.
That's so sad.
Also, show off this art here.
Yeah.
This is a nice little piece I got this week.
Balor.
This is video. I needed a reason to actually show off on the video. Here,
it's going to be dark.
Yeah. Never mind the windows in the back, everybody. I'm sorry how annoying that might be. But this was done by what's his name? Afterjack. Great artist.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, wait. Yeah, that guy's always at the conventions we go to. We went to a convention. We should have vlogged it. You know, next time we do something, we're going to vlog it. Every single time.
Yeah, it's just like a little Twitter. So, yeah.
This
is a signature right there.
Any big news or storylines this week do you think that are very worth talking about? I think there's one major
LESNAR
one. Yeah, it's the major one.
/UFC. Brock Lesnar /UFC.
I think he's definitely going back.
You think he's definitely going back?
Yeah, within the next year, half a year, something like that.
Maybe.
He's going to be back, no doubt. They wouldn't add the stipulation either. Because they're adding that stipulation at SummerSlam, which, by the way, he'll leave the WWE if he loses his title, because Kurt Angle was specifically making it so Brock's not the champ, apparently. So Paul Heyman said Brock Lesnar and him will leave the WWE, which is a stipulation to get people to watch it, because they're going to be like, whoa, we have to watch this, because if he leaves, even people who don't watch wrestling will watch, maybe, just to see, because if he loses, they'll know that Brock's come back to UFC, which is just big for sports in general. So, because the guy who recently won the light heavyweight title against Daniel Cormier, John Jones, called out Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar didn't sit down from it. He said, like, watch who you're talking to, kid, or something like that.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think it's inevitable. I even read articles today that said it's happening.
Yeah. Some people are thinking maybe this is all just a ruse to get more money from his WWE contract, because WWE's going to want him. I don't know. Nothing really confirmed yet. We won't really know until it happens, though. If I'm being honest here. Yeah, it's a weird situation. He's the champ, by the way.
Yeah, actually, that was Miz being the champ.
Yeah. Also, we went to wrestling reality, chair shot reality.
Chair shot reality. Justin LaBar, WWE editor at Upgroove in Pittsburgh, part of the Pittsburgh Podcast Network. We went to their Raw pre-show party.
Look at you, doing your research.
I'm so corp. I actually did do some research. But, yeah, we went to one of his pre-show parties, and we are now officially the World Podcast Champions. You should see it on the Raw. It was very good.
He has the belt, not us.
No.
We're just letting
I let him borrow it.
But, yeah, we got the WWE title. We got to take it home.
Yeah.
We got to take it home, because we're,
Jinder was so nice to us. But, yeah. Anyways, Brock's going back, I think. I don't know. I think it's... What else is he going to do? Stay in WWE and...
You never know,
that
really.
Not interesting feud with, like, Roman Reigns. I just don't care. I think he's going to UFC. I think it's the most interesting thing for him. He'll make a lot of money. I think he wants to be the biggest story in UFC again.
Yeah.
Who's right now? Conor McGregor. who would be the biggest story in UFC, is becoming the biggest story in boxing instead.
Yeah.
Which he'll lose. That pay-per-view is $90. That pay-per-view costs $90.
It's going to cost $90?
I don't think anyone's going to buy it. I think people are going to buy it, but I think it's not going to do as well as everybody thinks it will.
No, but wow.
$90 to watch a guy who doesn't box. It would have been cool if, like, the pre-show matches up to the main event, like, some were UFC and some were boxing, but it's all boxing.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I bet he's going to get
Like, it could have been cross-promotional. No, it's just
but a lot of boxers don't like him right now.
Yeah.
He's taking their spot.
Don't like him either, because he's like, I'll
scooch up a little bit. No. Just don't like that window's annoying, but whatever. We're gonna work around it. So, I don't know. I think there's a little too little actual information out there to speculate too much right now. But
that stipulation's definitely there because of that UFC rumors, though.
Right. I didn't think he was going to win that title. Well, here's the thing, though. He can still come back after he loses.
Yeah, of course, because everybody
comes
back.
John Cena's been fired, forced to quit like 20 times. He's always come back.
Yeah. Eric Bischoff, he had a death and he never came back.
Yeah. Chris Jericho.
He was taken by the police and he came back.
Yeah. It happens all the time.
They want you to forget until they want you to remember again.
Dana Bryan got legit fired.
Yeah, he got legit
That's
fired.
Not joke.
For not that long.
Yeah. But, it's just a Scarecrow. Hey, look. Even Finn loses the Scarecrow now. How great is that?
Oh, man, he lost.
Yeah, isn't that sad?
What other news worth talking about? Apparently, WWE doesn't know what to do with Enzo. They're trying to think of a lot of different things, because, like, how long could you just have Enzo hanging in the balance with this feud with Cass before Cass does his own stuff? I don't know. Probably, hopefully, for not very long. Hopefully, they figure out something to do with him. Maybe just bring him to the Performance Center and have him teach people how to do promos.
Oh, my God. Did you see the Noelle Foley thing?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh, go watch that.
Enzo was being, like, all serious about it. She just sucks.
Look up Enzo Noelle Foley promo.
Enzo was good.
I guess she's trying to become a wrestler.
I think that was just storyline for the reality TV.
But Holy Foley,
she couldn't be a wrestler.
Oh, that was so painful to watch.
Holy
he's talking. He's like, "Yo, what are you blah blah blah." And she's like,
he was like making fun of her.
Yeah, and then she
could not come back.
Mick's like, "You gotta spit back at him." He's like, "Where'd you get those shoes, huh?" It was so painful to watch, and it was scripted. You're probably right, but that doesn't make it less painful to watch for some reason.
It was terrible.
Oh,
it was really bad.
I
still follow her on Instagram, but I don't know why. She's interesting.
She's like, I don't know. She's kind of like not dumb, but like
I think she might be a little dumb, honestly. She posted a picture and she was like, "Everybody's calling me fat."
She's dating Frank the Clown.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, she's not.
I don't know.
Mick Foley, I love you. Your daughter's okay.
She's interesting. Don't even know if that's the real her though on the show, so I can't judge. But yeah. Anyways,
what else is worth talking about? SmackDown. What do you think about the possibility of the WWE title? SummerSlam. SummerSlam looking good so far.
SummerSlam's looking pretty good.
I think last year looked better on paper. I don't know.
On paper?
On paper.
Yeah.
Because you were like, "Whoa, Seth versus Finn."
But
whoa.
Last year was under-delivered, like, really hard.
Brock versus Ray. Yeah, last year wasn't that great. I was really excited for it. It wasn't that great, though.
AJ Cena was awesome.
Oh, that was amazing.
Finn versus Seth could have been good, but the crowd kind of crapped all over it. And obviously Finn got injured.
Yeah. But it's just the idea. I'm talking about, like, on paper. Like,
yeah. Well, Roman and
Brock versus Randy, I was like, that would still be cool.
Oh, my God, it's a dog. Well, like, Roman Rusev was, like, after the Universal title match. Like, what's up with that? Oh, there's a dog. It's my dog.
And Dolph versus, I don't know why, but I guess we were like, whoa, Dolph versus Dean. That sounds awesome. But now, like, Dolph versus Dean, we're like, that match was very underwhelming. And that was the world title. At that time, on paper, only championship there was.
What else happened? Oh, Club and New Day had a match with the testicles and the dog.
That was just, like, fun. What else? Wasn't there a women's match? Probably.
Charlotte. and Sasha, and Charlotte won.
Yeah, why? That was so weird.
God,
SmackDown
6-woman tag match. I think Nikki Bella came back. We're just comparing it to last year. This is interesting. Apollo Crews and The Miz.
Oh, there was that match for the IC title. This year we have the Fatal 4-Way, which is like almost sounds better than any match from last year.
Honestly.
Jinder versus Shinsuke doesn't sound like an amazing match, but it'll probably be
Interesting.
I think Shinsuke will like destroy him, and then Jinder will barely be alive. And then what's going to happen is Baron will cash in, take out Shinsuke real quick, and pin Jinder. Because Shinsuke doesn't look bad.
I think Shinsuke might win, and then Baron cashes in.
That would make people so mad. It'd be great. It would admittedly make Baron more interesting. He'll have more heat on him, but God, Baron Corbin sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. Whenever we do predictions, are we predicting who wins the match or who's WWE champion by the end of the night? Can we do that? Because I
don't know. I don't care.
Yeah,
whatever you say, we do.
I don't care either. But yeah, I don't know why that popped into my head. Anyways, yeah, Jinder. I don't think he keeps it past SummerSlam.
No, yeah.
Like the Jinder experiment is coming to an end.
No, it's over soon. Yeah,
because it was fun.
We don't know that. They could keep it going.
The Jinder experiment was fun until Money in the Bank. After Money in the Bank, I was like, okay, really? Are we going to
Punjabi Prison match was okay.
It was
with the Great Khali, but Great Khali hasn't been back.
People hated the Punjabi Prison match. I didn't hate it.
I thought they were going to have the Indian stable, and then
Great
Khali could have been the bodyguard.
I think they literally just had Great Khali show up so people in India could be like, Great Khali!
And at least something interesting happened in the match.
Yeah, Great Khali hasn't shown up at all.
I thought it'd be an Indian stable with all four of them.
People were saying Great Khali is going to have a match at Summer. No, he's not. He retired in 2015, and since then, I know this because I think it was in Pittsburgh. He had a big surgery, I think, on his brain.
Whoa!
I think he or his leg.
That's sad.
Leg.
It's very different than
he had some kind of surgery that was very and I don't remember.
Big legs.
I didn't remember. He has tiny legs. What are you talking about? Have you ever seen him?
Wait, really?
Yeah. There's a picture out there of him wearing shorts. His ankles are so.
Oh, I just meant they were long.
Oddly skinny.
They were long.
Yeah, but they're really skinny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's weird, but well, it's not weird. I'm not gonna judge a guy. But,
he also talks like this.
I wasn't watching wrestling at the time the surgery happened, so I don't remember the specifics of it. I just heard about it. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna wrestle. He has a wrestling school.
Here's how people who can't wrestle can't wrestle. That's really sad. What's another match that's happening at SummerSlam I forgot about? Oh, we're getting Rusev versus Randy. That's so random.
I think it's cool. Depending if Randy just beats Rusev, I'll be like, okay, come on. Yeah.
Rusev has to do something, and beating Randy would be a big deal.
One thing is WrestleMania. I felt like all the big four pay-per-views last year ended in some sort of controversy. And then all the big four pay-per-views this year ended with
something you didn't expect.
Something you didn't expect. But
Roman winning was people expected that.
Something like
Randy winning the Royal Rumble. Who fucking knew that?
I'm trying to say. Well, I thought WrestleMania 33, with the exception of Bray and Randy, all had the right results. The results that best suited everyone involved. And
yeah, basically.
I hope SummerSlam's the same way this year. I hope there's not a dumb. I hope they don't. Have Randy beat
Jinder win for no reason. Yeah.
He just wins with interference from the Singh brothers.
Oh, that'd be so boring.
Yeah.
Either Baron Corbin needs to come or Shinsuke needs to win.
You just said Baron Corbin needs to come out and win the WWE title. He wants it to happen.
I hate Baron Corbin.
And you want him to win the title?
At least do something. It'd be so boring if the Singh brothers just came out and interfered again.
Yeah, I think though my problem with Jinder is just that ever since Money in the Bank, that Money in the Bank match. No one talks about this, by the way. I've watched a couple videos on Money in the Bank. I remember and a couple thoughts on it. No one has compared that match to their Backlash match. Which
same exact match.
It was the same match.
The ending was the same exact thing.
Except with Legends. Was it?
That was it? Randy still did the stuff on the tables.
Yeah.
And then he came in and got his Jinder did finisher. Literally the same exact thing happened.
Yeah.
I watched that and I was like, wow, I could watch that beat for beat and be like, that happened here, that happened here, that happened here.
Jinder should have beaten
The
Randy.
Backlash match was more exciting though, because just the idea of Jinder winning was like, oh.
Jinder should have beat Randy clean.
That would have been fun.
And then go out to Bob Orton and be like, ha ha ha.
Mahara.
I beat you, ha ha ha.
I beat you. Why he would have done this? Because he holds it like upside down.
Oh yeah, he holds it upside down.
He goes like, oh.
Yeah. But, weird.
Having Jinder have been champ was fun. Do you want to talk about Raw this time? So,
yeah.
We'll just glance over some things quickly. Because I actually, for the first time in a very long time, watched Raw and SmackDown live. One of them...
Live.
One of them was actually in person. So one of them was live and live. Yeah. Stuff to just totally breeze over and not care about for Raw.
Some cool stuff.
There was some cool stuff.
I think it was cool that like the quality of stuff was decent. There were 2 matches I was bored by, all in the last hour.
There was 3 matches I was bored by.
What was the third?
Oh, in the last, I didn't care about the cruiserweight match.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Totally.
I was so bored about that.
The crowd did not care. There was a 6-man,
cruiserweight
six-man tag.
Where's Neville, by the way? Where's Neville?
Neville wasn't. It was Arya Davari, Tony Nese, and another heel. I forget his name. Versus Rich Swann. Yeah, I wouldn't remember. Cedric Alexander and who?
Akira Tozawa.
They could have at least had
Neville
or I like Mustafa Ali, and who's the redheaded guy that everybody loves. If he was there, I would at least been like,
Jack Gallagher.
I would have been like, Jack Gallagher's here.
Jack Gallagher is going to face Pete Dunne at some indie show for the UK title. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. But that match, no one cared about it. They did Bayley versus Nia Jax. I feel like I've seen this match a million times.
Oh.
Now, usually Nia just beats Bayley, and that was back when Bayley was champ. Alexa came to help and just got beat up, and Bayley won. It was weird. Bayley got injured. That's news that we didn't talk about. Bayley's injured. So maybe.
How bad is it? Do we know?
Everyone was like saying, "Oh, prayers for Bayley." Like my thoughts are for you. So her shoulder must be pretty bad. Maybe she won't be wrestling at SummerSlam, which might be the best for her character because she can come back and people will be like, "Do her right this time."
It'd be like an Ember Moon thing, what they're doing down there.
They're like, "Do her right this time," because people think they didn't do her right. So if you can have her come back, she has a big return with the Becky Wave. You can play like 2 minutes. Everybody go crazy. And they're like, Bayley's back, and they do her right. Have Alexa either change something up or maybe give it to Sasha. I don't know. Feud with Sasha is better than feud with Bayley again.
I think it'd be cool if Sasha took Bayley's place and then won, and then Bayley comes back and Sasha's like that'd be a cool way to start.
Sasha shouldn't be a good guy.
Be a good way to start the
feud. Bad guy. If we're not talking in wrestling terms.
They should be. I think that'd be an interesting way to start their feud.
Yeah. That match is totally boring. We all thought the main event was going to be the triple threat with Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns. It wasn't. It ended the last hour. And apparently most people are saying the end of the second hour of Raw is when the peak, like the biggest stuff happens. Is that true?
Probably.
Oh, I guess. Well, it wasn't the main event, which was really disappointing because everything that happened after that triple threat was boring. Like, I didn't care about the Big Show, Big Cass match. I looked at the time. I'm like, there's 10 minutes left in Raw. This match is like going to be totally throwaway.
A stupid ending with Enzo jumping in.
Yeah, it was just so dumb, and I didn't care about it.
Yeah.
I guess I care about the fact, like, oh, man, Big Show's going to put it over Big Cass. Big Cass is going to be the big guy. But I'm not really seeing anything in Big Cass right now. I'm not seeing anything as Enzo by himself, and Big Show is past his prime, so he's just there to help people out.
Yeah.
So I really didn't care about this match. We didn't get a dark match, which I know for the sake of Raw doesn't matter, but...
We got like a dark segment.
A dark segment, yeah.
Basically, Enzo just ran down and started punching Big Cass, and then Big Show saved him. Then Big Cass just went, like he just went up to Big Cass behind, just went in the stomach. He collapsed. No, he hit him like the stomach, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was a ball tap.
Okay.
Anyways,
and then Big Show went down. 1, 2. That was great to see. I got to see Big Show come down ref and be like 1, 2, 3, which is funny.
Enzo pinned him.
Big Show.
Yeah, but that wasn't on TV, so everyone else was like, "Wow, what a horrible ending to Raw."
Oh, it was so boring.
Yeah,
the last hour of Raw was bad. The first 2 hours were really good, though. What did you think about Finn and Bray?
Yeah, that was cool. They're sort of leading to the return of the Demon Finn.
Yeah, that's the only thing that'll make this feud worthwhile, because otherwise it'll just be another Bray Wyatt feud. Because there's, like, no stakes in this feud ever. Like, no personal beef. No, like, reason to care about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we're looking at Seth and Dean, there's history there. There's something caring about why, what's going on, intermixing. It's just Finn and Bray. It's like, what problem does Bray have with Finn? I guess he said he was putrid or something like that, right? I don't know. Like, I don't have a reason right now to care about his feud. Other than the fact that, Demon versus Eater of Worlds.
Their entrances and then, like, their stare down is going to be really cool.
Other than that, like, the actual match, like, I'm sure it'll be good, but, like, you need to have the storyline, investing. You need that stuff. That stuff's not there yet.
We're doing fantasy booking Friday or Saturday. Today's Friday. One of the things I almost did for it was you do Finn versus Bray. Finn's not Demon. And Bray beats him straight up. Finn becomes Demon and then beats Bray. Like that's just surface level stuff. Because it makes Bray look good because he beat Finn without the Demon. A lot of people beat Finn without the Demon. And now I guess Bray's just gonna look like a chump because he's gonna lose to Demon Finn. No, he's not gonna beat Demon Finn.
No. Yeah. No one can beat Demon Finn.
No.
I think that's the thing. Like,
except Samoa Joe.
Eventually, one day, someone will beat Demon Finn.
In a one-on-one match.
The main roster.
Yeah. In a one-on-one match. Well, the steel cage.
Demon Finn will have the power of John Cena of never losing.
That was like the one thing I was annoyed by in Finn's run in NXT's. It's because they had a steel cage match, him and Samoa Joe. And
then he doesn't lose.
Samoa Joe did a muscle buster off the top rope. And he pinned him, which is, it's a pretty big move to pin Demon Finn, but he very easily could have just, like, gone through the door. And Finn would have been protected. He wouldn't have been pinned as the Demon. But, that was NXT. So, it's not that big of a deal. But, we've only seen Demon Finn once on the main roster.
And he had a good match, and it was cool, but we haven't seen it. SummerSlam will be cool, because it'll be, like, the year return.
Although I do think that Demon Finn's mystique sort of gone a little bit because remember before SummerSlam
that many times.
Remember before SummerSlam last year, they had that thing where he's like sitting in the chair and he's talking about it and he's like, "Oh, this is mysterious" and all that.
He shouldn't have come out on Raw with it.
And he came on Raw with it, and then he got injured as the Demon during that match. So it's like it kind of
weakened him because he's like, "Oh, he can get hurt."
Yeah, and he came back. And now he's just normal. Like, he's just a normal guy. He isn't doing anything crazy.
Bray needs to be like, bring out the Demon. Do that stuff.
Maybe Finn's like Finn from Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
It's like, if he's the Demon, he can't, like, keep a job down, deliver pizzas.
Oh, that's terrible. I want, like, some storyline with Finn and the Demon, too. Like, is the Demon something, like, lives inside of him? Does it affect him? Does it, like, make him, like, turn? Like, there's some storyline with that other than, like, he comes out with different paint. You know what I'm saying?
There needs to be a reason as to why
it exists, like character.
Yeah, there needs to be a reason as to why.
Like multiple personality or something.
A reason as to why he only uses it, 4 or 5 times a year. Like, why he doesn't use it that much. Like, if he uses it
like once or twice a year.
Well, now he does.
Yeah, now.
Well, like, if he uses it too much, he'll become a demon or something.
Always a wicked demon.
But, like something like that,
Yeah. Like, I can only bring it out so often. It lives inside of me, but I don't know.
It can be stupid.
I'm gonna kick your arse. It's better than that.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares? It's stupid.
So that match could be alright. I don't care about, are they gonna do big cast on SummerSlam?
Probably.
I don't really care about that.
Not anymore.
Randy and Rusev, we'll talk about on SmackDown. What else happened on Raw?
Oh, well, there was a lot of good stuff on Raw. I'll say that. I didn't think it was a completely not good. I thought it was 2/3 a good show.
Hardy's Club and Revival are all doing crazy.
Probably like some kind of pre-show.
They're making the tag teams in Raw like make SmackDown look like a joke.
Yeah, maybe they'll do like a triple threat tag team match with like the winner becoming number 1 contender.
Yeah, I actually like what's going on here. Like the club's looking good, better now. Revival, Hardy's like, it looked like, we're all just fighting. We're all good tag teams. I like that. They had a good match. It's just like, none of these guys have the title. Like, what are Cesaro and Sheamus doing? Well, we'll go into that storyline. Cesaro and Sheamus are feuding with Seth and Dean. And Seth and Sheamus had a match this week.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. And they're
fun.
actually having storyline stuff with Dean and Seth. And basically, Seth was getting beat up, and you're like, oh, Dean's going to come. And it's like, oh, maybe Dean doesn't come, because why would Dean save Seth if he doesn't like Seth? Well, Dean came out because Dean's like, oh, Seth, you're going to manipulate the audience to make people think that I'm, not good because I'm not coming out to help you. So I didn't come out there to save you. I came out there for my image and stuff like that.
Interesting.
And there's like stuff that could happen because these guys have feuded before, but right now they're both good guys. Potentially they are gonna have, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll have a tag team match against Cesaro and Sheamus with the titles at SummerSlam. That would be interesting. Like that's just like a totally different thing for both of those guys, at least for as far as recently. And there will be like this thing going on, like, is Dean going to turn on Seth? And that will just be in the back of your head. It'll make everything more interesting. And that actually gives them like a storyline. Like Bray and Finn, they don't have a storyline. It's just like, no, I don't like you. Like Seth and Dean, like they actually using the story arc and canon of WWE to set things up and be like, whoa. Like,
make people remember. Maybe do research if they don't know.
It's great. I actually like this a lot.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting.
It is interesting.
I agree with everything you said. Don't really need to say anything else.
I'm really excited for it. And it makes Cesaro and Sheamus look big too, because it's like
they're facing two main event level guys.
They beat the crap out of Dean and Seth. It made them look good.
It really did. Yeah, I'm excited for this match. I think it has a lot of potential to be best match of the night if it does happen. Which
it's got Cesaro and Seth. They're both like very, very good technical wrestlers.
I think it will.
Sheamus is fun. Dean's fun too.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll happen. Even if it doesn't, though.
I think it'll happen.
It'll happen soon. Yeah. What else?
Finn and Bray just had a segment.
Yeah, Finn came out
and
was just like, he was in T-pose.
Cruiserweight sucked.
Yeah, Cruiserweight part sucked. Women part sucked.
Main event.
Oh, yeah, Alexa came out during that match with Nia Jackson.
She didn't do anything. She just got beat up.
I thought it was really bad.
Yeah. Alexa needs to take the title. They need to take the title off Alexa because there's less pressure for her to like stay. Like they haven't given her anything great to do.
Yeah.
She has the talent. This week she like delivered a good promo backstage. I thought no matter what with her voice and talking, she's able to like be good. But God, if they don't give her anything to actually do,
that Bayley Sasha storyline that I was talking about earlier is way more interesting than anything she's done, which is sad. But
she was a lot better on SmackDown.
She needs something else right now instead of the title. I think she's held it a little too long, and nothing she's done has been that great. So
she was a lot better on SmackDown.
What else happened?
I think that's it, honestly.
What is it? 29 minutes into this, we're already on SmackDown. Let me look it up. I'm looking it up. What happened on Raw? Until then,
we didn't talk about the triple threat. Do you like triple threat?
Oh yeah. Look up more while I'm talking about that. So I'm using my phone for this. The triple threat was fun. Really enjoyed the triple threat. Should have been the main event though.
Yeah, that was a big problem.
About that. That was probably a big problem with Raw this week in general.
What did you think about the promo with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar and all that stuff?
I thought the homecoming for Kurt was awesome. Because, we were there. We cheered for him. He's a hometown hero.
Huge pop. I couldn't tell it from an outsider's perspective, but from when I was there, like people were going crazy.
Yeah.
They sold like exclusive shirts for Kurt. It was great. And as Pittsburgh boys, I wanted one, but we didn't get one. But it was cool to know like Kurt Angle's here. Oh, Miz TV.
Oh. Anyways. Oh, and Elias. But
anyways, it was also a very boring match.
Yeah, but I thought that the Brock Lesnar thing was cool. It's nice how they surprise bring him out because we never really see Brock Lesnar live.
Yeah, we got to see him live.
I think we've seen him twice. I think he was at that Raw we went to.
Yeah, I think he was there too. I mean, he was still champ back then.
Yeah, I don't remember what he did.
Rumors say he's been champ for years straight. No,
yeah,
I don't remember what he did either.
I think Paul Heyman just came out and cut a promo, and then that was it.
Yeah, I think I have definitely seen Paul Heyman live. So
yeah, but this time was interesting. They kind of alluded to the UFC stuff.
Yeah, they definitely.
He said he emphasized the word ultimate. I don't think that may have not been UFC stuff right there. but it's in the thing, so whatever. Yeah, we already talked a lot about the SummerSlam, the
triple threat. What do you think about Roman Reigns winning?
That was cool. I don't think Roman's going to win at SummerSlam, so yeah, you can have him win. I mean, Roman. Roman won.
Everyone was booing Roman there.
With it, they
Roman kept showing a promo of the triple threat, and then show Roman first.
Yeah.
Boo. Then show Braun Strowman. Yeah. Then show Samoa Joe. Yeah. It was actually, like people holding cue cards.
They probably showed it 5 or 6 times, and every single time. You know what I will say though about Roman being at live shows and stuff is
people say he gets 50-50.
A lot of I don't think that's true. Well, at least in Pittsburgh, he'd not get 50-50.
Yeah.
But some people, like I've heard, I think Edge and Christian say this, like, he gets a reaction, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
And people who boo him, sometimes they just boo him because it's fun to boo him.
Yeah.
That's like the cool thing to do. And
that's what we do.
That's what honestly.
Okay.
Like, I didn't really agree with that until we went to Raw this last time, and we did it because booing Roman is so much fun. It's like, because you just feel like, we were at the Raw last year when he faced off against Finn. First time he came out, I purposely didn't boo him because I wanted to hear it. Man, people just, whoa, like, because that was right after his drug suspension and all that. So it was just all in there. And this time it was no different. And it was, every time he would even show up on like a highlight thing, it was just fun as like a cue.
Yeah. I think it'll follow him his whole career.
Yes. I think it will never ever be fixed. And the sad thing is I was watching some old stuff from like 2014 and 2015. Roman was awful.
I honestly do think like they could do like a Triple H thing where a heel comes back after a long time. Like say Roman was gone for a year.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he surprise returned, people didn't know. In a situation where he could, like a good place for him to return where like you need somebody like that. And say he was injured for like a year. Like 2002 Triple H comes back.
Mm-hmm.
I think people would cheer in a big return. People like, whoa, Roman Reigns is back. That's cool. People would forget how much they hated him.
That did happen. Well, he got Night of Champions like 2014, I think, and until TLC that year.
He wasn't hated back then.
He was injured. Yeah, he was hated. Oh yeah,
he wasn't hated nearly as much. Ever since after the Royal Rumble,
hated though.
It got way more.
But here's
after
the thing.
Royal Rumble, it got way more.
He came back and he got cheered. But like even before that, he was voted Superstar of the Year. Voted Superstar of the Year. He didn't
no one voted for him.
Yeah. And then he won the Royal Rumble. And people hated him.
I think it's ever since the Royal Rumble it got way worse.
Yep, it was still bad.
That was back when WWE had like no idea that he was like hated that much, and like they brought The Rock out, and it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a big moment. Where it was like everybody's like, woo!
It was still bad.
Everybody's like, boo.
It was still bad though.
Yeah, I just think it's way worse after that point.
But honestly, his character right now
is suffering succotash.
Is far better than the character he used to have. Like back, it's like that stuff with him.
He barely ever talks anymore. That's what it helps.
Like that stuff of him looking in the mirror. Before driving Braun Strowman into the thing, like he's like, should I do it? But like small little stuff like that, and also, he doesn't talk as much, and when he does talk, he keeps it short.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what
This is my yard.
They pushed him way too fast, and fans will never get over that whole suffering succotash, tater tots, stuff like that. They'll never get over that. But honestly, his character right now is better. It's just his one problem is that we don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. And I know
he's a good guy, bad guy.
We know he's been saying the guy for a while now, but like, okay, then team up with a bad guy to take on some good guys if you're really like, and then do the opposite next week. Like, no, you're not. You're a good guy. Shut up. Yeah. Being booked as a good guy. Also, really interesting tidbit on Roman and Bray, which I thought was really cool. Do you remember? After WrestleMania 32, it's like after Bray got injured, he came back. I think it may have been like his hometown or something. There was a Raw where Wyatt family had like a mini feud with the League of Nations. And the main event was Roman and Bray versus, I think, Del Rio and like Sheamus or something.
Mm.
And like they had like a great team up match.
Was it really good?
Yeah, it was really good. Like the ending is
That's so
Bray hits Sister Abigail.
So Bray was a face.
For like a night, yes. Bray hit Sister Abigail on like Del Rio and was pinning him, and then Sheamus was like running out, and Roman was going to spear him, and Bray's like pinning him, and he just goes, and like does that right whenever he spears him, and it looked really cool.
That's really cool.
And I'm like, what?
That sounds cool.
I forgot about that completely. Yeah, it was like, man, Bray would be so good as a face if they just like kind of change his character up a little bit.
Yeah.
Fantasy booking 3, Bray Wyatt as a face. I'll save it.
All right, I'll save mine for Seth Rollins. It's gotta be Seth Rollins.
It spoiled it for tomorrow.
Oh, well, it doesn't mean
not really. Just
it wasn't.
It has something to do with Seth Rollins.
Super Seth Rollins related.
Yeah.
But basically, Raw's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. If I watched on TV, it'd probably be like
Roman won. He speared Smojo. Smojo got pinned.
Clobbered Braun with the steel steps.
Yep, and the match ended.
Yeah, I think.
And I don't think they would have Roman win here if he was going to win at SummerSlam. So
my only thing is, I don't know if Braun or Samoa Joe's going to win it. Well, even then, that Fatal 5-Way they had like a triple threat before, and Samoa Joe won, and then he won at the pay-per-view. So you never know. They could always change it up.
I think Samoa Joe was going to win.
Braun might win. Because I think Braun is more of a face than Samoa Joe is.
I think they're going to talk up. I think Brock talked up Samoa Joe. Seems like Samoa Joe got the reins passed on from Brock.
Yeah, there's actually a clip, like the Royal Rumble from 2016. And Braun and Brock are like in there together. And it was when Braun was fat.
Yeah, Braun was fat back then.
And Braun was like trying to punch him, and Brock was like clotheslining him, and Braun wasn't going down. And then Brock like legit just like clotheslines him really hard, and Braun falls.
Ooh.
And then every clothesline after that, Braun makes sure to fall over.
This was during the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Oh, so he got clothesline, didn't fall.
Yeah, he was like, Brock was like, and Braun's like, because I guess Brock like, oh, maybe this guy wants to make himself look good or something.
By not falling?
Yeah, and then Brock went and like took a giant step
I
forward.
I watch that. This is during the Royal Rumble 2016.
Yeah, and then he just clotheslined him for like another minute.
Brock was in the 2016 Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I know, right? He didn't do anything in it.
He was in it?
Yeah.
He got eliminated by who?
The Wyatt family. Yeah.
Okay.
The Royal Rumble ending was pretty good with Dean. I thought that was cool. It's like everyone expected Roman and Seth to be the last two. Or Roman and Triple H should be the last two. And then Roman gets eliminated, and it's like,
I was like, maybe Dean will be champ. I'm like, what? Triple H?
Like, Dean was just in the IC title. He was the IC champion at the time. It was like so random. I thought it was really cool. But anyways, back on track. Yeah. I think Brock probably prefers Samoa Joe to Braun.
Yeah.
But I think Braun Strowman has a good chance of winning.
You want to talk about SmackDown?
Yeah.
So Rusev's back. I like Rusev, and I don't like how they put him in a flag match and have him just be the old Bulgarian guy again. But he came out this week. He beat Chad Gable in a very, very good match.
Very good.
Chad Gable's
insane.
Chad Gable's making himself look good just by wrestling well.
A big old suplex
to a big old guy.
Big old guy. Does like a belly to belly thing like the Three Amigos that Eddie Guerrero used to do.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And made himself look good even though he lost. And now Rusev's like, I need competition. Rusev's just hanging in the balance, like figuring out what he's doing. And Randy's a big tier feud to have. And it's just, I thought maybe they'd have him face somebody lower so he'd look good. And no, it's going to be Randy versus Rusev at SummerSlam. So that'll be interesting.
I shook the whole table.
What did you say?
I shook the whole table.
I shook the whole table, you big dummy.
Big earthquake.
I just hope they handle it well because I would like Rusev to win and not Randy.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Don't we all?
Yeah. We'll talk about the first and last match, like I guess last, but also there was a Breezango segment with Twin Peaks. I thought that was very entertaining.
Yeah, very funny. Yeah.
I don't know much about Twin Peaks, but I was still entertained by.
They still made fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like no wonder the show got canceled. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
The Usos came out and they were like, "Oh, Cleveland! Oh, we're coming out tag team champ."
How did you remember where it was?
Did
you just say the word Cleveland?
No, it wasn't Cleveland. I know that.
How do you know that?
Because whenever Jinder Mahal was waiting while watching the match, there was a little Cleveland Cavaliers logo back there. And I follow everybody on Instagram, so they're all like, "Oh, I'm in Cleveland. I'm in Cleveland." Okay. Yeah, because
interesting.
I'm a loser.
Interesting. Anyways, yeah.
And then whenever the Usos team started, they were like, "Usos!" I was like, "Oh man, is it like Seth Rollins is burning it down?" Oh, by the way, Seth Rollins has to like burn it down in his theme now. So
that's pretty cool. Yeah. Burn it down. It makes it a little bit more unique than it already was.
Yeah. And now the Usos came out. And
I don't think their theme's any different. I think they just scream during it.
The New Day are injured because of last week, so the Usos came out and they were basically like, "Oh, we have the New Day, haha." Nothing.
Rematch SummerSlam, yeah.
Nothing really happened there. Women's stuff. Becky Lynch and Naomi teamed up against Natalya and Carmella.
Carmella taps out to Naomi.
Yeah, I didn't care about this at all.
No,
No, I don't care. Why does Becky want to be friends with Naomi if Naomi has the title?
Also, Natalya as number one contender is really still not setting in with me.
Boring.
Like, man, I don't know. Like, I know it's happening, but like, I'm not thinking about how that is. I'm not thinking about it. It's just like, if I were to analyze the match, I'd be like, well, there's a bunch of other people that would be better off in this situation than Natalya.
I think they're saving things for a later date. But SummerSlam is one of your biggest events of the year, second biggest of the year. I don't think your number one contender should be fucking Natalya.
Yeah.
It should be Charlotte versus Naomi. Charlotte was really good. Becky basically wins. Becky or Charlotte. And then cash-in happens.
At least it's not another dumb multi-woman match.
Do you think there's going to be 2 cash-ins at SummerSlam?
That'd be cool. That'd be kind of cool.
That would also kind of be like, whoa, we saw this already.
Well, we've seen SummerSlam cash-ins after the main event like a million times. So, Del Rio did it. Randy Orton did it.
Daniel Bryan got cashed in on. Or he won the main event and then Randy Orton took it.
Del Rio beat CM Punk. Like, it's happened a bunch of times before. So, I mean, it's nothing new, but I think it'll be interesting.
Was Del Rio just world champ or WWE champ too?
He's both.
Wow. Yeah. Del Rio sucks though.
He won the Royal Rumble.
Was he good
in
back
2011? No, he debuted.
Was he like a good wrestler?
I thought he was boring. Like his character was kind of boring. I think he was an alright wrestler, but like he debuted in like September of 2009, and then it's September 2010.
Yeah,
and then he won the Royal Rumble 2011 with 40 people in it, and not Wade Barrett. And then he faced Edge for a world title match in the opening match to WrestleMania in a world title match. Edge's last match. Favorite wrestler.
Do you think Edge? What do you think Edge thinks about Del Rio now, having had a match against him? What do you think? What do you think he thinks about all that news?
He never talks about him.
Yeah. Usually you talk about people you like.
Yeah.
What do you think he thinks about all this news of Paige?
I don't know.
He had a match against him. He at least had some respect against somebody you wrestled with, right?
On his podcast, Edge talks a lot about like
they're not really allowed to talk about that stuff. They can.
Yeah, but he's like, I had my last match at WrestleMania. I'm never coming back. Blah blah blah. Like he never mentions Del Rio though. I don't know. But Christian was there. I remember. And
Christian.
They talk about that situation a lot, and they never actually mention Del Rio. But whatever.
Maybe they don't like Del Rio.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean,
is he a likable guy?
Probably not.
I'm gonna guess no.
But he what were we talking about? Oh, Del Rio. Yeah, I didn't like him that much. WWE champ. Then he won. Yeah, he won Money in the Bank 2011. Great pay per view, by the way. And they cashed in at SummerSlam. Won the WWE title. He won it like twice. So then he lost it to John Cena. And then he lost it. Del Rio got it back in that triple threat Hell in a Cell match. And then CM Punk beat him.
Nice. Go see him.
Yeah.
And then he held it for over a year. 434 days.
Yeah. I have that shirt somewhere. It was I got like a CM Punk shirt right after he quit. Mm-hmm. Summer after he quit, they were $5.
Can you believe The Rock?
I was like, I have to get.
Can you believe The Rock cashed in on him? I mean, not cashed in.
The Rock beat him.
Yeah,
man, that sucks. No wonder he
should have been a triple threat.
No wonder he left.
Should have been a triple threat.
People do talk about CM Punk a lot.
That should have been a triple threat. Like, why was it John Cena and Rock again?
Yeah, honestly, like,
maybe because people wouldn't have bought the match because they're like, "Who's this guy?"
I think people.
My dad said he knew CM Punk.
Yeah,
my dad knows him.
My dad knows.
My dad knows.
WrestleMania 28. I mean, he was in one of the main featured matches with Chris Jericho. I feel like people knew who CM Punk was, especially after his pipe bomb promo.
Back to Smack It Down. It opened with the U.S. title rematch between Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. The 30th time they've wrestled. Mm-hmm. There was another botched ending. Not botched, but like Kevin punches the ref.
Yeah.
And then AJ does like one of those woo, and then pins him.
Victory roll.
I don't know what you call it. But it was like a little flippy bomby thing
Yeah.
where he pins him, and the ref, like, Kevin's shoulders were up, the ref didn't see it, and he was like, "Oh, my eyes." Kevin goes to Daniel Bryan, and Shane McMahon is like, "Yo, this is bullshit. Like, there should be more refs. Like, this shouldn't happen."
I thought they were going to do a 2-ref match.
Yeah, I thought this promo segment was really good with Daniel Bryan and Kevin and Shane.
No, he's the worst.
Yeah, but basically Shane is going to be the ref for the rematch at SummerSlam. It'll probably be the last match of this feud. And Shane will probably make it interesting. I don't know how. I'm sure he'll do some sort of spot. Otherwise, why would he be there?
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think he'll have a match soon. I think Kevin and him will have a match soon. I think it'll be interesting. But I think it'll be used to prop up some other SmackDown pay-per-view. Because let's be honest, Battlegrounds had nothing really to look forward to other than the Punjabi prison. If it weren't for the gimmicks, it won't be interesting. But like if you put like a part-timer like Shane on there, I think it'll be a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Especially since SummerSlam doesn't really need it. But like maybe a September pay-per-view or Hell in a Cell would do a lot with Shane. Also, if you're going to do Hell in a Cell with Kevin and Shane, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was just funny. It was entertaining.
They always, I mean, AJ and Kevin, I felt like this match was sort of how like their Battleground match was supposed to go.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Like the way it ended was very similar to the Battleground match, except it went longer.
This was supposed to happen.
I guess this is how it was supposed to end. Yeah.
What did you think
Fun
of
stuff.
Shinsuke versus John Cena?
You know, I thought this was a fun match. I thought it was fun.
It was hyped up. Do you think it was as hyped up as it should have been?
Well, it's a TV match.
It was short.
I'll tell you this. It was only like 15 minutes. I made a big mistake by looking at the clock.
Oh, I always do that. You're like, it spoils the match.
It was like 9:55, and I'm like, oh, this is going to wrap up in a second here.
Yeah.
And Cena hit an AA. Shinsuke
How do you
kicked
think
out.
the wrestlers know what time it is while the
The ref tells him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like how?
He gets the thing in his earpiece, and he's like, oh, 5 minutes left, or you got to finish right now.
Okay. 5 minutes left. John Cena's like, okay, yeah, I'm counting the time right now. I know what time.
Yeah, isn't it weird that wrestling matches always end on time?
4:59. 4:58.
And nothing interesting ever happens during the commercial break.
I just imagine there's like a huge clock somewhere, but I'm like, well, where you been there? There's no big clock anywhere.
But, yeah, I thought that,
They do grow over.
yeah, they do. SmackDown usually doesn't, though. I thought it was interesting how Cena did his roll-up AA that he did on AJ. Because, like, that was pretty cool when he did it at Royal Rumble. He did it again here. And
Basically,
Shinsuke got hit with an AA. And I was like, twice. And the second time, I was like, oh my god.
The second time he got up right after and reversed something. Like, so basically, they're building Shinsuke as like,
Yeah, but
pain does not affect him.
after that second AA, I was like, oh my god, did Cena just win? And he rolled him up, did another one. I'm like, is Cena going to win here? Like, actually? And
He was able to reverse it. Like, Shinsuke wasn't affected, and that's how they made him look big.
well, Cena helped him up. So
Yeah, okay.
it's like in 2K, you know, whenever you knock someone down, they're going to stay down. But like if you pick them up, they're going to, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
But he was still able to
That's my
reverse it.
excuse.
Like, he wasn't like...
And then, yeah, he reversed it into his little back suplex thing. John Cena almost
Lands on
broke his neck.
Yeah, apparently he's okay. He was posting stuff on Instagram with like their hands shaking and stuff like that.
You couldn't read Shinsuke's mouth after the match. He's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
And then,
yeah.
people saying Cena was like, don't be sorry or something.
Yeah, okay. Oh, really?
Wow, though. That almost took my hype completely away from Shinsuke's win. Because that was scary.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people fought, like, AJ does stuff like that where he'll, like, fall on his neck and, like, snap forward to his stomach and it's like, ugh. But Cena doesn't do that. So, like, Cena never takes stuff like that. He's always been, like, a safe dude and he's big. He's a lot bigger than AJ or a smaller guy like that. So him landing on his neck, especially in the replay, you can see it, you know, his neck completely bent like that. Pretty.
Mom, one unread message.
Yeah,
do you think sometimes that's not always the person who does the move's fault? Like sometimes the guy who takes it has to like move certain ways, but they don't.
Yeah, because I think Shinsuke's done it to Baron, right?
That sounds like a lot harder for Baron. For like against
I
someone
don't
like
know.
Baron. Basically, it didn't look good. He ended up being okay. It looked like Brock Lesnar levels of bad with shooting star like neck stuff.
Yeah,
not quite Stone Cold.
Luckily, John. Well, that you can't really avoid that. You know.
Yeah.
Cena at least put like his hand out, stuff like that. At least Also, Cena.
Cena has huge muscles on his neck. So
Cena
I'm sure
has
that's a big part of it.
Cena has like a literal like log for a neck.
Yeah.
So, it's a huge neck. So I think that helped.
Yeah.
He's a very athletic person. So
Yeah.
very muscular. If one of us did that,
I really like John Cena. I'm sure he's like noble.
He put Shinsuke over completely, 100%, pinned, completely clean on SmackDown. That wasn't a sign that A, he's on his way out, and B, that
he's on his way out. He's in a different part of his career. He sees the door.
He's
in a different part of his career.
But he sees the door. Also, that he's moving to Raw soon.
You think he's moving to Raw soon?
Yeah.
To do what?
Fight Roman at WrestleMania.
Okay. He is a free agent.
Yeah, I think he loses to Baron at SummerSlam.
No, he's gonna beat Baron.
Right.
It'll be Seth Rollins WrestleMania 31 loses his match, but cashes in later.
Baron hasn't.
You can lose as the Money in the Bank winner and still be relevant. So
I hate that though.
What? Yeah.
Like Seth didn't lose, and he was Money in the Bank, and he's viewed. I think
Seth did lose. He lost to Randy Orton.
Yeah, but like it was a big match. He still got a match with Randy Orton. He still, he still curb stomped him on the steel steps. That one time. That was awesome, by the way. We're never gonna see that ever again though, because they're afraid to show the curb stomp.
Ugh.
That move was so cool.
It was the best move.
But
finisher out of nowhere.
Now Seth doesn't really have a good finisher.
Yeah, that knee thing doesn't work.
Knee's all right.
It's okay.
He should spice it up.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, what are you gonna do?
That's wrestling this week.
That was wrestling this week.
52 minutes.
Anything else on SmackDown?
That was it. That was
all right.
it. Breezango, the women.
So, question of the week here.
Okay.
Question of the week. What is one pay-per-view, or it could be a Raw,
that you want to come back?
SmackDown,
right.
Any live show that you've seen before that you wish you attended live?
That it didn't have to take place in Pittsburgh, right?
No.
Okay.
I have one.
I don't know why, but like, what's coming to my head is the King of the Ring 96, 97, 98, whichever one Mick Foley.
Oh, yeah. With the Hell in a Cell.
Fell, and the Hell in a Cell is King of the Ring. I know that for sure.
Right.
But it happened in Pittsburgh. I know that one. I'm not saying it had to take place in Pittsburgh, but the image of somebody just fucking falling like that, I want it.
That'd be so
like
weird
seeing that live. Like that'd be so it'd be surreal. It'd be like, whoa, this guy died.
Twice.
Like,
yeah.
I wanted to just see that live and be like, how was everybody feeling when that was happening?
Right.
Alpha Mega Sin, YouTuber, he was there.
Mm-hmm.
He was there live as a kid.
He's old.
He's in his 30s, yeah.
Huh. I thought about it, and this is a tough because I've seen. I think One Night Stand would be interesting. One Night Stand 2006.
Guys, that'd be interesting. Oh,
John Cena
wrestling. Okay.
John Cena RVD would be really weird to be in the crowd for.
I hate watching that match. I'll be honest.
Yeah, but like it'd be crazy.
That crowd is not as smarky as could be.
It would actually be crazy though. But
it'd be that environment was dangerous.
Yeah.
Like also John Cena, like they hated him.
Yeah. Other than that match though, I don't think I would want to be there. I'm not that big into like ECW and stuff.
I would be there for like a few seconds to see how it felt.
Yeah, I want to experience
and I get the heck out.
I want to experience it.
I also hate being there. Like, me and Tom watched it together, and he was like, "I hate this. Like, they're so annoying."
My official pick though is going to be Money in the Bank 2011.
Oh yeah,
because it's sort of like that on a smaller scale as far as the John Cena main event goes, but that whole pay-per-view. Like, people talk about CM Punk versus John Cena at that show. Amazing match. But the rest of the show was still amazing. You had Daniel Bryan win Money in the Bank. I love 2011 SmackDown, by the way. Like, that, no one talks about that. They had Cody Rhodes, Christian, as world champ, Daniel Bryan. Wade Barrett, Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater's attack. Like, stuff like that I thought was really good. And
Del Rio wins.
Well, that was Raw, but
he was on that pay-per-view.
That match happened. Mark Henry was continuing his thing of destruction. He destroyed Big Show's leg. That was cool. It was a short match too. Really, like there were no bad matches on the whole show. I think there was a women's match in there somewhere, but I don't think it was long.
Back when women didn't wrestle.
The Divas match. It was for the Divas title.
The Divas title.
Raw Money in the Bank match. Del Rio wins. It was a fun match. Well, not nearly as good as the first one. That first SmackDown one is so good. Sin Cara in that one also gets demolished by Sheamus through a ladder.
How long is the main event?
Man, that's like a half hour, so it's pretty long. Christian and Randy have another match, and Christian wins by DQ, and he wins the world title for a second time.
Doesn't he hit in the balls?
He like spits in his face. I watched this recently because WWE uploaded it. The match is a lot shorter than I remember, but they uploaded it and they cut out. They cut that out. They cut some part of it out because Christian in the original one spits in Randy's face, and Randy goes.
I thought like Christian won a title once by like getting hit in the balls or something.
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
but I don't think they show whenever Christian spits in his face.
Okay,
they like cut that out for some reason. But yeah, he spits in his face, and Randy's like, and he makes like this face where he's just like,
that's so violent.
And then kicks him right in the nuts.
Randy Orton makes great faces,
and Christian wins.
He throws the little.
And then he's like RKO through a table like twice, and Christian's like, oh, but he has the world title.
Yeah,
I love that storyline. The storyline's really good. And then of course you have the main event, which I wasn't watching WWE in 2006. The crowd hated John Cena. Like CM Punk comes out, and it's the first time he has like that best in the world shirt.
2006.
It's Chicago.
Did you mean 2006?
This is 2011. I wasn't watching in 2006, so I didn't experience like a hostile crowd. This is like the first time a crowd was really like amped up. CM Punk comes out, Chicago. People love him. Mm-hmm. They're, like it's amazing. It's incredible how loud they were for him. John Cena comes out, he just walks to the ring. People boo the crap out of him. Even commentators like, oh man, like under their breath. And CM Punk ends up winning. He walks out with the title. Oh man,
and he's like, bye.
And it was hyped up to be his last match before he didn't re-sign. He actually re-signed earlier that day.
I think that was kayfabe stuff, or that was real?
It was real.
Oh, okay.
But he re-signed earlier that day.
Mm.
And he walked out with the title and posted a photo on Twitter later that night of the title in his fridge with John Cena's name still on it. Oh man, like that was such a great time for that 1 month.
Hey, a year later you got John Cena versus John Laurinaitis.
For that 1 month.
Was it all worse after that?
I mean, CM Punk came back like 2 weeks later, and he had like a new Titantron and stuff, and it was like.
And he had the Cult of Personality as a song.
Yeah, but even like the Cult of Personality's been around for a long time. But like the Titantron, he walked into the Raw, and like somebody already had that made for him. Really?
I thought he had the new theme song whenever he had the title.
He did, but like Cult of Personality has been around. I think the song has been around for a while. Yeah. But like Titantron, you got to make. Yeah. You know? It's fine though. It's still pretty good for what it was. But that's my answer to that. Because we were talking about, we went to Raw this week, we were talking about crowds, so that'll be interesting.
That's the Joe and Shob show.
Nice.
Is that the end?
That was the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good show. An hour. We're so good at that.